Please be seated. So good afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing? So my name is Ramaya Krishnan. I'm the Dean of the Heinz College of Information Systems and Public Policy. And I want to extend a very warm welcome to all of you who've joined us here today. We have a wonderful gathering here of family and friends from all over the world, as well as many others who are watching the live stream of today's ceremony online. We are so pleased to welcome each and every one of you to the Heinz College hooding, diploma, and award ceremony. Graduates, this day marks the culmination of your hard work, your brilliance, and your incredible journey that led you to the Heinz College and to Carnegie Mellon. You graduate today having equipped yourself with the tools and skills to make an amazing impact on the world, to make a difference. But you also poured back into the community and enrich the experience of your fellow classmates. The world needs your commitment, your sense of purpose, your innovation now more than ever. And thanks to your hard work and that of your cohort, you're prepared to offer it. Earning a degree from Carnegie Mellon is no easy task. All of our graduates have worked very hard to reach this significant milestone in their education, and each of them has made a contribution to the Heinz College community. Please join me in a well-deserved round of applause for these outstanding individuals. We must acknowledge that they did not reach this high point alone. Our students celebrated together in good times and helped each other during tough times. Through it all, they were supported by family and friends, many of whom are here today. Graduates, please join me in thanking your families and friends for their support. Also joining us today are many faculty and administrators who have diligently worked to create the Heinz College experience for our students and graduates, both inside and outside the classroom. We have a tradition of excellence at the Heinz College, and our faculty and staff continue to ensure we deliver upon our academic mission and support the success of our students. Will the faculty and staff please rise so that we may recognize you? I'd like to specially introduce some of the folks seated on the stage with me today. David Holmberg, Highmark Health President and CEO and today's keynote speaker. Andrew Wasser, Associate Dean for the School of Information Systems and Management at the Heinz College. Jackie Speedy, Associate Dean for the School of Public Policy and Management at the Heinz College. Doreen Basma, Associate Dean of Diversity, Inclusion, Climate, and Equity. Daniel Nagan, Teresa and H. John Heinz III, University Professor of Public Policy and Statistics. Zhaoying Tu, Assistant Teaching Professor in the Heinz College of Information Systems and Public Policy. As you concluded your final presentations and projects and prepared for this special day, it might have seemed as though the hard part is behind you, it's over. But the hard work is only the beginning, because making an impact that you wish to make and create requires not only the application of your knowledge and skills, it requires the persistence to continue in the face of adversity. Because anything worth accomplishing in this life will challenge those who seek it. By earning your degrees, you've proven that you have both of these ingredients, and that you're well suited to enter a rapidly shifting world and lead us forward in a transformative way. Each of you is now a graduate of Carnegie Mellon University, or soon you will be. That's now part of your story, and this is just the beginning of that story. When you reflect upon that accomplishment, I hope you feel great pride and draw confidence from everything you've accomplished. I speak for all of us at the Heinz College when I say that we are extremely proud of you, and we can't wait to see what you will do next. So, congratulations to all of you. And now it's my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, David Holmberg. David is the President and Chief Executive Officer of Highmark Health, a blended health organization that includes one of America's largest Blue Cross Blue Shield insurers and the Allegheny Health Network. Highmark Health employs 44,000 individuals, including 22,000 in the Pittsburgh region, and serves millions of customers nationwide through its affiliated businesses. Under David's leadership, Highmark Health successfully navigated the challenges of the Affordable Care Act. In fact, in a 2016 article, a Forbes magazine article about David Holmberg and Highmark Health was titled, "Meet the Man Who Might Have Saved Obamacare from Collapsing." In addition to the Allegheny Health Network being on the front lines of the pandemic, Highmark deployed resources to help individuals and communities, including an unprecedented mass vaccination effort here in Western PA as part of their pandemic response. David has been a champion for the southwestern Pennsylvania region since relocating here in 2014. As the chairman of the Allegheny Conference on Community Development, he's committed to building public-private partnerships that will sustain the economic future and quality of life of the 10-county region. As chair of the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust Board of Trustees, he's focused on reinvigorating downtown as a nationally recognized cultural scene and as a cultural center. His commitment and partnership also extend to the Carnegie Mellon community, including our collaboration to create the Highmark Center for Health, which will soon be available and open on campus. This multipurpose facility, which is for health, wellness, and athletics, will serve students' minds, bodies, and spirits in a comprehensive care model. David is also committed to shaping the future of the healthcare industry. He has served as chairman of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association and AHIP, two of the most influential healthcare industry trade associations, and he engages with regulators, peer organizations, strategic partners, and government to help resolve many critical healthcare issues. A relentless advocate for consumer-centered transformation in the industry, he has overseen development of Living Health, a better connected ecosystem for health coverage and care designed to improve consumer and the clinician experience, health outcomes, and health equity, while controlling costs. He covers all the spaces that we engage in at the Heinz College. I'm deeply honored to have him join us today. David, the podium is yours.
Thank you, Dean Kirshner, for that kind introduction and for inviting me here. I'm humbled when you were introducing me. Congratulations to all of you. This is truly a tremendous accomplishment, and you should be very proud. I'll also echo the Dean's sentiment about family members and loved ones. Today is a celebration of not just a degree, but your encouragement, emotional support, sacrifices, and the countless other contributions that graduates will hold along with their diplomas. I know what it takes to get into and complete graduate programs at Carnegie Mellon and the Heinz College. I'm honored and humbled to be here and to stand in front of you. I've been very fortunate in my life. I've had some success, and I have my MBA. But I'm truly counting on everyone in this room being smarter than me. When I was given the privilege of becoming the CEO for Highmark Health in 2014, CMU was one of the first phone calls I made. I mean, it's truly pretty convenient to have some of the smartest and brightest people in the world at your doorstep. Some of the best thinkers and people who can help you solve the big ideas. I talked at the time with CMU about data science and how one of the US healthcare system's most fundamental challenges and one of the best opportunities to improve it is very simple. The industry is data rich and insight poor. We have billions of data points connected to people's health, but we haven't done enough to turn that data into insights and actions that'll lead to better health and better care. Among other collaborations with CMU, we worked with President Farnham Johannan and provided a $35 million grant to build the new CMU's state-of-the-art Center for Health, Wellness, and Athletics for all of you and those who are going to follow you. We also worked together to understand and respond to the pandemic. You may not know this, but during the early days of the pandemic, when it was at its darkest points, CMU donated test tubes and supplies that allowed us to put employees and volunteers to work creating COVID-19 test kits. In fact, we should take a moment and just express our appreciation to everyone in the audience who stepped up during the pandemic. We have doctors and healthcare professionals who are here graduating today, like Dr. Katie Farah, who was literally on the front lines during this battle, taking care of our sickest peers. Often, Katie and many of you were also trying to finish your professional degrees simultaneously. There were others that were not involved in the direct care, but also made a difference, contributing time and talent in other ways. To all of you, I want to thank you for helping our communities come alive again and get back to their family members and friends. Your expertise in this room covers a variety of disciplines, and you come from diverse backgrounds, including 38 nationalities. Wow, that's power. But many of you share the same passion. You want to improve how systems work for the benefits of society, and you believe that intelligent use of technology and data-informed decision-making will help deliver those improvements. I agree. Some of you will put that passion to work in Silicon Valley, Washington, D.C., or Hollywood. All right, let's hear it for Hollywood. Or places around the world. As chair of the Allegheny Conference for Community Development, I hope some of you will put that passion to work right here in Western Pennsylvania. Wherever you go, you will have opportunities to lead and to make a difference in your fields, in the organizations you join, and in society. I say that with confidence because I see people like you making the most of these opportunities every day. Highmark Health is building an innovative model of healthcare coverage and care. We call it Living Health. We see each individual as a center of a health ecosystem, not just doctors and health insurance, but also social determinants, environmental factors, programs and apps, behavioral choices, and everything that impacts their health. Unfortunately, for most people, that ecosystem is very disconnected and difficult to navigate. Imagine, what could happen if we use technology and data and human-centered design to connect more than that ecosystem and optimize it around the goal of improving health? Imagine that every individual and everyone who's part of their health system has the right information and tools to be more engaged and proactive, and that everything is personalized to fit your specific goals and preferences. That'd be a remarkable health experience, right? A little different than what most people have, and it would free people up to be their best. That's what Highmark Health is trying to do. That's our mission. It'll require long-term commitment and generational change, but people like you will make it possible. You're the ones who are going to do it. I see people like you leading and making a difference in each of my roles. Highmark Health's Chief Analytics Officer, Richard Clark, is an advisor for your Block Center for Technology and Society. His team, including CMU graduates, are using predictive analytics and machine learning and AI to finally turn all that data we have into insights and actions that can make a difference in people's healthcare lives. They're also helping us use AI responsibly and ethically and rethink the future workforce. As chair of the Allegheny Conference, I see people like you helping to shape public policy and being part of the public-private partnership that can help our regions thrive economically and provide more people with better quality of life. As the chair of the Cultural Trust, I know that a vibrant cultural environment doesn't just spring into being. It requires data-informed planning and thousands of hours behind-the-scenes work from people like those of you in the Arts and Management Entertainment program. Yay. That was good. By the way, if anybody's on the fence about staying here in Pittsburgh after graduation, what you may not know is the fourth largest cultural organization in the country is the Pittsburgh Cultural Trust. So we got some help. We could use some help. I'm truly confident that you'll have opportunities to lead and make a difference. But I can't guarantee you that it's going to be exactly what you expect or follow a predicted and predictable straight line. I say that from experience. Clearly, I've been very fortunate. I've been given opportunities to lead and grow as an individual and to give back by helping others. But at the start of my journey, I would have said there's almost zero probability that I would be leading a $27 billion diversified health company here in Pittsburgh that's larger than McDonald's, bigger than Starbucks, and has more customers than Southwest Airlines. Yeah. My leadership journey began with, and this is important, 3 years of flipping hamburgers in Columbus, Ohio. That's right, let's hear it for the hamburger flippers in the room. Look, I have no idea how I got here from there, but I can share a few principles that served me well along the way, and I hope you'll find some of them useful. Either way, just give me 10 minutes, and then we'll get on to your well-deserved congratulations and diplomas. I'm going to start with something that may sound selfish, but it's connected to how effective you can be, even if you're doing selfless, community-focused work. First, don't let others define you, and don't wait for others to rescue you. There will always be people, sometimes with good intentions, who want you to do something or be someone that fits how they see you in the world. And Those forces, they're amplified by social media and increasingly rigid demands from various parts of society. If you let those forces define you, you can miss seeing your own potential. You also limit your ability to see approaches and solutions that others do not. You've got to do the hard work, no question about it, to understand and define yourself, to chart your own path, and then be committed to making progress on that path. Similarly, if things aren't going the way you want, don't wait for somebody else to come rescue you. Others may jump in to help, but you have to take the first step to rescue yourself. I grew up in a working-class family, a household that valued education, independence, a strong work ethic, and a sense of right or wrong. We also had some real struggles, including some things that would be now described as chaotic. As I began to realize that, I knew I had to act if I wanted life to go a different direction. So at 14, I went to a McDonald's and I asked them to hire me, even though the law said you had to be 16. I told them if I didn't prove my value in the next 30 days, they didn't have to pay me. I worked there for 3 years. That was an act of self-rescue, and not just accepting how others saw me. I had no thoughts about becoming a CEO, but I don't think I would become a CEO and be here today without taking those steps. A second principle I've found that's very useful is having a service mindset, asking, what can I do to help? Not just for what's in it for me. This isn't limited to altruistic work. It might be, what can I do to help my organization innovate, strengthen its financial performance? The point in any environment is realize that you have a role and a responsibility for how things are going. You know, there's no shortage of bad news and big problems out there, and you often hear people say, that's not right. Somebody should do something about that. Well, we are somebody. We are somebody. I encourage you to lean into that. When you see something that's not working like it should or doesn't seem fair, be the somebody. Do something to make it better. Again and again, I've seen how people stepped up to help create opportunities for others and at the same time create new personal opportunities for themselves. A great example of that is Dr. Imran Kadir, an extraordinary individual and clinician who happens to be in the CMU's medical management program. At the height of the pandemic, Dr. Kadir volunteered to lead our vaccination strategy that the dean talked about. Because he asked what could he do to help, more than 400,000 people got vaccines and went back to seeing their loved ones in person and leading their own lives. Now, there are many reasons why Dr. Kadir was later chosen to head up the Allegheny Health Network's Allegheny General Hospital, the flagship. But it didn't hurt that on his resume, in quotes, it said, led massive regional vaccination program during unprecedented pandemic, unquote. I mean, that was sort of cool to have on the resume, you know, and it made a difference. Early in my career, I had success in entrepreneurial and retail environments. But the third principle I'm going to mention is pivotal. It started and continues to shape my leadership journey. We achieve more when we align on a purpose, when it's a shared purpose. I began to realize that I could be the kind of leader who connects people with different skills and perspectives, gets them aligned on a purpose, and helps create opportunities for them to make a difference. To become that kind of leader, I knew I needed to strengthen some skills and deepen my knowledge, so I went back to school to get my MBA. As part of that, I had to take a calculus class because it had been a while. The smartest person in the room was an engineer and computer guy from Pakistan named Kash Akhtar. I was sitting in class one Saturday trying to solve a problem, and I muttered under my breath something like, "This is really hard, and I don't get it." You know, you're smiling, I think you understand. From behind me, in soft-spoken words, sort of under his breath, I heard Kash say, "What do you know about marketing?" And I turned to him and I said, I know a lot about marketing. And he said, okay, you get me through marketing and I'll get you through calculus. And together, I want to point out, Cash got an A in marketing, I got a B in calculus, but I was sort of happy with the B. But the truth was that together, we not only did strike up a friendship, we found common ground where we could work together. On a micro level, that's an example of people with different backgrounds and strengths aligning to achieve a common purpose. On a macro level, we saw that during the pandemic, right? Individuals and organizations came together across political, geographic, and industry lines to meet the challenges we all faced and come up with solutions. That's been a strength of the Allegheny Conference here in Pittsburgh from its start after World War II, where it dealt with water and air pollution in a massive way. It was about recognizing that stakeholders have different issues, but bringing them together to take on big challenges and drive big improvements that help everyone. I'm a strong believer that in public-private partnerships, a hallmark of the conference's work, the success of those partnerships depends on finding and staying focused on a shared purpose. You can't be distracted and worried about who voted for who and where everyone stands on every issue. So I describe myself as a lifelong learner. Given the pace and scale of change, my fourth principle is almost a requirement at this point. You have to keep learning and adapt quickly. Sorry, I know some of you thought graduating today would be enough. You got to keep going. It's not just about learning in a specific field, it's also including learning about yourself. Earlier I said, don't let others define you. Now I'll add, don't let your past define your future. Keep asking yourself what you value, what you want to accomplish, how you can grow, what capabilities you have. Take the time to look within and ask those questions. This will help you learn, and this will help you understand yourself, and this will help you make adjustments in your own path. It's important to keep learning about other people and strengthening a capacity for empathy. That's a good quality, period, but it's also important in terms of being effective. Blackstone, the private equity firm, does a lot of research on their companies they invest in. And one of the things that they found was their most successful CEOs, the ones who scored the best, had the best performance of their organizations, had empathy to a much greater degree than others. I also encourage you to apply a learning mindset to understanding and adapting to your culture and your organizations that you choose. Challenging old models and proposing innovative new ideas is great, but to implement change successfully and make it sustainable, you have to bring people along for the journey with you. And you also have to understand their capacity to make and absorb changes. So this leads me to one last principle, and this is a hard one that I'm going to share. You got to get good at navigating the gray. Highly technical term. You got to get good at navigating the gray. It's easy to want the world to be white or black and white, with every decision being clear, but in my experience, most decisions are gray, and most leaders have to navigate the gray. Acknowledge those gray areas, and then weigh all the data, get different perspectives, anticipate consequences, including unintended ones, and then make the best choice available. Because again, doing nothing isn't the answer. CMU has terrific art programs, and also some of the nation's best science programs. That's appropriate, because many of the endeavors require both art and science. That's part of navigating the gray. Even in medicine, clinicians start with the scientific knowledge and the evidence-based care models and practices. But they also have to understand the real people in their care, and that's where the art of medicine comes in. So in closing, there's so much to do and so much to learn. There's so much power, knowledge, and capability in this audience today. You can do this. Someone here on a research team may be part of the team that cures cancer. A future president might be sitting a few seats away from you. Or you may be on the trajectory to take my job, which I'd be okay with today. The knowledge you have gained here is important, and it's needed. You are absolutely needed. And the new ideas and energy that you bring today and are capable of are absolutely needed. I hope you take great pride in what you've done, and I hope when we're done here today, you hug those in the audience who helped you get here, because they worked just as hard for you. Congratulations and all the best. Good luck. Dean?
Thank you so much, David, for that very practical insights that are inspiring at the same time. Please join me in thanking David. We almost exchanged scripts for a moment here. So now it's time to recognize our PhD graduates receiving their Doctor of Philosophy degree today. Will the Doctor of Philosophy candidates please rise and come forward? And then Professor Dan Nagin, the podium is yours to lead the hooding ceremony. Dan?
Will Cheng Chen please come to the stage? I'm pleased to present Cheng Chen with a Doctor of Philosophy in Machine Learning and Public Policy. Her dissertation is titled Tailoring Machine Learning Approaches for Clinical Knowledge Discovery and Decision, Making to Enhance Healthcare Delivery. Cheng has accepted a position with Google as a software engineer. Please join. Will Shihan Li please come to the stage? For those of you who don't know, David was wounded in action. I'm pleased to present Shihan Li with a Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Management. Her dissertation is titled Essays on Interorganizational Networks, Work Experience, and Individual Outcomes. Shihan has accepted a position as assistant professor position at the University of Kentucky. Will Michaela Myers please come to the stage? I'm pleased to present Michaela Myers with a Doctor of Philosophy in Statistics and Public Policy. Her dissertation is titled Approaches to Estimating and Reducing Disparities and Validating Risk Assessment Interests as Instruments in the Criminal Legal System. Michaela is currently working as a data scientist at the MITRE Corporation. Michaela will now be hooded by her advisor, Amelia Havlin. Will Xiao Shen Sun please come to the stage? I'm pleased to present Xiao Shen Sun with a Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Management. Her dissertation is titled 3 Essays on Environmental Economics. Xiao Shen has accepted an assistant professor position at New Mexico State University. Xiao Shen will now be hooded by her advisor, Edson Severini. Will Shruti Venkatesh please come to the stage? I'm pleased to present Shruti Venkatesh with a Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Management. Her dissertation is titled 3 Essays on the Economics of Healthcare. Shruti has accepted a position as an economist with the Bureau of Economics at the Federal Trade Commission. Shruti will now be hooded by her advisor, Marty Gaynor. Please. Will Helen Xiaoshushin Zhang please come to the stage? I'm pleased to present Helen with a Doctor of Philosophy in Information Systems and Management. Her dissertation is titled Sound of Freedom Trilogy, responding to the rise in human sex trafficking facilitated by digital platforms. Helen has accepted an assistant professor position at the University of California, Davis. Helen will now be hooded by her advisor, Michael Smith. Will Ling Xiao Zishal please come to the stage? I'm pleased to present Ling Xiao with a Doctor of Philosophy in Machine Learning and Public Policy. His dissertation is titled Toward More Powerful Graph Representations Learning. Xing Xiao has accepted a research scientist position at the Zoom Video Communications. Ling Xiao will now be hooded. Please join me in congratulating. This concludes the PhD hooding portion of our ceremony. Congratulations to all of our new PhDs.
Congratulations to all our PhD graduates. So it's now time to present the awards honoring the accomplishments of some very special members of the Heinz College community. The award recipients were nominated and selected by Heinz College faculty, staff, and students. The first award recognizes 2 PhD students who were selected by the PhD committee to receive the Suresh Konda Memorial First Paper Research Award, named in memory of alumnus Suresh Konda, who earned his Master of Science in Public Policy and Management degree and his PhD degree at the Heinz College. Logan Crowell, if you could please join me on stage. Logan. Let me say a few words about you. So the first recipient of this award is Logan, who's right here with me, for his paper, COP-ED, if I'm pronouncing it right, or co-opt, measuring criticism, no, it should be COP-ED, measuring criticism of the police in local media coverage using large language models. Congratulations, Logan. Thank you. Yeah. The second recipient is Gabriel Facundes Monteiro for his paper, Rust in Motion, Impact of Brazil's Anti-Scrappage Policy Through Vehicle Ownership Tax. Gabriel couldn't join us here for the ceremony today, but let's give him a hearty round of applause. The next PhD award is given in honor of Professor Emeritus George T. Duncan, who joined Carnegie Mellon's faculty in 1974 and spent his career advancing the application of statistics in decision-making, information systems, and social accountability. Ryan Steed is the recipient of this year's George T. Duncan Second Research Paper Award for his paper, Privacy Preserving Analytics on the Ground. Ryan could not be here today, but let's again congratulate him for this outstanding work. The next PhD award is the William W. Cooper Dissertation Award, given annually at Carnegie Mellon University to the doctoral dissertation that deals with issues and problems in management or management science and a strong applications orientation with accompanying theoretical or methodological developments. By the way, William W. Cooper was the founding dean of what was then originally the School of Urban and Public Affairs. We have two winners this year of this dissertation award, Shihan Li and Helen Zhang. Could you please join me on stage? Shihan Li is the recipient of this year's William W. Cooper's Dissertation Award for her paper, Essays on Intra-Organizational Networks, Work Experience, and Individual Outcomes. So congratulations, Shihan. Oh, back here.
Thank you, Chris.
Let me give you the award. So, yes. Helen Zhang is also a recipient of this year's William W. Cooper's Dissertation Award for her paper, Sound of Freedom Trilogy, Responding to the Rise in Human Sex Trafficking Facilitated by Digital Platforms. Congratulations, Helen. As you can tell, there's a lot of spontaneity here in terms of how we work things out. So, the Barbara Jenkins Service Award is presented annually to a graduating student who has demonstrated outstanding service to Heinz College and made significant contributions to the quality of life in the Pittsburgh community. Congratulations to this year's recipient, Liv Perfetti. Liv, please join me on stage. Liv is graduating from our Master of Science in Public Policy and Management program today. As a student and political organizer, she has actively advocated for the Pittsburgh community and increased awareness on elections and ballot initiatives. She diligently works to protect the health and environment here in our hometown of Pittsburgh. After graduation, Liv will be staying in Pittsburgh and hopes to find a job with local government or a nonprofit where she'll continue working to advance stronger environmental policy in the region. Liv, thank you for all you do and your service to Pittsburgh and to the Heinz College communities. The Student Leadership Award. These awards are presented to students recognized for excellent academic achievement, strong communication skills, and exceptional promise for future success. Today we are awarding Student Leadership Awards for the Public Policy and Management Student Leadership Award, the CFA Joint Program Student Leadership Award, and the Stephen Rehrig ISM Student Leadership Award. This year's recipient of the Stephen Rehrig ISM Student Leadership Award is Rachel Harris. Rachel. So I should say that Steve Rehrig, for whom this award was named, was a longtime faculty member at the Heinz College. And Rachel, thank you so much. You're very, very deserving of this award. So just a word about Rachel, who I shared the stage with actually just about a month ago. Rachel is graduating today from the Master of Science in Information Security Policy and Management. Within campus communities, Rachel has consistently embodied the qualities of a supportive, articulate spokesperson, inspiring and motivating others while driving positive change. A prime example is her service as the inaugural Deliberative Discourse Fellow, where she spearheaded forums on technology, rights, and public discourse. She also served on the executive board of the Women in Cybersecurity, and in this role, she empowered students with essential cybersecurity skills, bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and practical application. Both of these initiatives demonstrate Rachel's ability to not only advocate for her peers, but also foster meaningful connections and collaboration across different groups, enriching the overall student experience at Heinz College. Following graduation, Rachel will be working at the Goldman Sachs headquarters in New York City as a cybersecurity engineer, where she'll be supporting the firm's technology risk pillar on the governance, regulatory, and external engagement teams. Once again, congratulations. This year's recipient of the PPM Student Leadership Award is Tyler Ferris. Tyler. So Tyler is graduating today from the Master of Science in Public Policy and Management. Tyler exemplifies inclusive and thoughtful leadership and actively looks to make connections with his peers, faculty, and staff here at Heinz. As the president of the Heinz Military and Veterans Association, he built a space for our military students and facilitated learning and development opportunities for them as they advance in their careers through monthly leadership talks. Following graduation, Tyler will return to the U.S. Navy on an active duty, as an active duty naval officer serving in San Diego, California, where he leads sailors and junior officers supporting the deployment of a Navy MH-60R helicopter squadron on board the USS Abraham Lincoln. Thank you for your service, Tyler. Congratulations. This year's recipient of the CFA Joint Program Student Leadership Award is Samantha Sonnet. Samantha, please join me on stage. Samantha is graduating today from the Master of Arts Management program. As noted by a nominator, Samantha has proven herself time and time again to be the person her peers turn to for direction and support as both a teaching assistant and leader within the MAM cohort. Samantha also served as the chief editor of the Arts Management and Technology Lab, where she showed herself to be a true innovator and researcher. An example of her efforts is her quick turnaround on a new tool out of the University of Chicago, Nightshade, that poisons AI scans if they try and use an artist's work. It's currently the #1 searched and read article on the platform. Following graduation, lots of time to give her a round of applause. Following graduation, Samantha will be taking on the role of Associate Media Trader with Grapeseed Media. Congratulations, Samantha, and thank you for your leadership and contributions. And now for our Outstanding Teaching Assistant Awards. I know. Presented in recognition of excellent student support by a Heinz College teaching assistant. The ISM Outstanding Teaching Award goes to Nicholas Sommerer. Nicholas, please join me on stage. Nicholas's efforts as a teaching assistant were highly valued by his peers, as shown by the overwhelming support for this award. Nominators appreciated his friendly demeanor, resource suggestions, and focus on student learning. Congratulations, and thank you, Nicholas. The PPM Outstanding Teaching Assistant Award goes to Ashley Orr. Ashley, please join me on stage. Ashley received many nominations for this award, showcasing her enthusiasm for teaching and her commitment to her students. Her nominators also noted and highlighted her ability to deeply engage students in their learning and to make the course content more relevant to their own interests. Congratulations, Ashley, and thank you for providing such outstanding assistance. Each year, the graduating class chooses one student to share their reflections on their experience at Heinz College, as well as impart some words of wisdom to their fellow graduates. This year, Apurva Shetty was selected by her peers. Apurva is graduating today from our Master of Science in Public Policy and Management, Data Analytics program. She's originally from Pune in India, earned a Bachelor of Engineering in Electronics Engineering from Mumbai University K.J. Somaiya College of Engineering. Following her graduation today, Apurva looks forward to working in public interest technology and using data science for social good. Apurva, the podium is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Apurva Shetty from the Public Policy and Management Data Analytics track. Now, to begin with, I'd like to thank everyone who believed that my thoughts today are going to resonate with what they're feeling right now. In the days leading up to this graduation, I have felt a wide range of emotions. I've been confused at the amount of free time on my hands this past week. I've wondered whether taking one more course would have helped me feel way more prepared. And most importantly, I'm incredibly thankful for all the amazing people that I've met, for being a part of a community that's unlike any other I've experienced in my life. I spent a decade in a quaint temple town I spent another one in one of the busiest cities, yet I never imagined that I would be able to form such deep bonds with people whose roots lie thousands of miles away from my own. I'm still surprised at how much we have in common. Yes, thank you for that. I'm good. Yes, thank you. Yes. So, I'm still surprised at how much we have in common. We've all attended that one seminar for a good free lunch. We've all kind of moderately been unhappy about our screen time, but not enough to keep our phone away from the bed at night, right? We've all asked each other, "Are you okay?" instead of "How are you?" during the finals week. I could list the number of nationalities, academic backgrounds, age groups that make up this cohort. But you'll only fully appreciate our similarities and our differences when you worked on a project together, shared a meal, or even engaged in a heartfelt conversation with each other. That's the thing about numbers. We've spent so many late nights here analyzing them. We know they're precise, informative, but not always representative. We live in a world that likes to reduce our entire identities to a number. My grade point average is meant to represent years of continuous learning. Every day, I receive a neat little bunch of application IDs, waiting to be just good enough for one job. I even received an application ID as I try to remain a legal resident in this country. I stress over my interest amount on my education loan. It seems to be rising higher than the sea levels, another thing I should be concerned about. I stress, like day after day, we participate in a system that deludes us into thinking we're nothing more than a statistic. But here at Heinz, we've read between the lines and dwelled more on the inferences than the answers. We're not afraid of what we don't understand anymore, because we all remember spending that little bit of extra work for that course that seemed impossible at the beginning. We've lent our voice, our words, to carry the weight of these numbers and convey what's essential. We've learned how to spin statistics into stories, because we all recognize that our own stories brought us to Hamburg Hall 2 years ago. All of us in these robes look at the world a little differently now and vow to generalize responsibly. I am not just my student at balance or my future income bracket. My wealth comes from my experiences. I am more than my Andrew ID, because I bring all of my heart to the work. As we continue to write our story, overcoming self-doubt, skepticism, indifference, and even burnout, I hope that you all take a moment today to reflect on your journey, to honor it, cherish all your hard work and persistence that brings you to the close of this chapter of life. While I say all of this, I'm still quite anxious about the future. And as I've dwelled on in the past couple of weeks about all the uncertainty, all those difficult goodbyes, I found solace in one of my favorite poems, Fear, by Khalil Gibran. I'd like to read you a brief excerpt in the hopes that it will help you find strength to navigate the choppy waters of what lies ahead. Fear, by Khalil Gibran. It is said that before entering the sea, a river trembles with fear. She looks back at the path she has traveled from the peaks of the mountains, from the long, winding road crossing forests and villages. And in front of her, she sees an ocean so vast that to enter, there seems nothing more than to disappear forever. The river needs to take a risk of entering the ocean, because only then will the fear disappear. Because that's where the river will know. It's not about disappearing into the ocean, but of becoming the ocean. So, my fellow Heinzers, congratulations, badhai ho, gongshini, vitayu, indi duayu na krab. Go forth and show the world your heart is in the work. Become the ocean. Thank you.
Thank you, Apurva. The metaphor of the river taking the risk of joining the ocean, that's brilliant. Thank you again. Okay, now it's time to recognize our graduates receiving their master's degrees. Some students are recognized as graduating with distinction, and others with highest distinction. Will Program Director Sean Beggs please come forward to congratulate our Masters of Information Systems graduates? Sean.
Will the graduates of the Master of Information Systems Management please rise and come forward?
Laura Gill. Yu Peng Wei, highest distinction. Mia Luo, highest distinction. Yi Wei Tian. Scott Su, highest distinction. Lu Yu Zheng, distinction. Harshadun Dubey, distinction. Yu Shifeng, distinction. Yu Chan Guo, highest distinction. Candice Yue, highest distinction. Jing Hong Peng. Brillian Prachoyo Adi. Fan Chen, highest distinction. Shi Wei Yu. Yang Chen, highest distinction. Ipsita Praharaj. Dawani Sanmakani, highest distinction. Jiel Jiang. Hao Wen Wu. Xue Zhen Dai, highest distinction. Andy Wu. Diana Maria Garcia Bustamante. Omar Sanchez Granados, highest distinction. Magda Diokar. Srimoyi Mukherjee, highest distinction. Vanessa Johnson. Verissa Owusu. Chinmay Vivek, highest distinction. Arvin Gunasan Taver, highest distinction. Vikash Kumar Singh, distinction. Saurav Yadav. Saloni Priyani, highest distinction. Suhas Nalur Manjurajur. Carlos Escanoni Pogi. Anisha Gupta. Samya Upadhyay. Ashwarya Singtamkur. Krishna Biswal. Madhukar Chavli. Sharayu Devo. Agnes Uberta Suyanto, highest distinction. Jorge Palacio, highest distinction. Mu Jiezhang. Yang Tian, highest distinction. Yi Wen Zhao, highest distinction. Selena Deng. Joyce Ho, distinction. Yuna Li, highest distinction. Jasmine Wong. Yu Meng Sun, distinction. Harish Kuramuri.
Let's go, Harish!
Ke Fan Li, distinction. Kathy Chong. Pin Yu Chen, highest distinction. Maggie Chen. Lorraine Wu. Yuan Yuan Zheng, highest distinction. Pu Rui Xu. Yu Tong Cai. Sarah Song, highest distinction. Keaton Ma. Jin Hui Hong, highest distinction. Xu Jiabo. Yan Jun Chen. Hai Pei Zhong. Cheng Hao Huang. Long Yang Xu. Elena Hung, highest distinction. Yi Dan Xu, distinction. Jerry Rao, distinction. Zhen Qi Wang. Wan Yu Li, highest distinction. Will Low. Satya Narayan Chakravarti. Nikita Vignesh Kumar. Sanika Sandeep Hadadgune. Waverly Chin, distinction. Emma Miranda Herrera. Parthivi Merchant. Diksha Chand, highest distinction. Atharva Joshi. Tanvi Murke. Ruta Deshpande, distinction. Kashal Kulkarni, distinction. Akshita Patil. Colton McBride, distinction. Valerie David, highest distinction. Depanshu Bakru, distinction. Meeta Praneet Reddy Modula, distinction. Aditi Gupta. Pavni Mogili. Meghana Palagodetti. Lu Wang. Carlin Xie. Si Yu Tao, distinction. Yao Xie, distinction. Yu Ting Wu, distinction. Dhruvi Ajay Kankoje, highest distinction. Shlok Jade Malani. Sadesh Batan. Abhishek Shah. Prachi Talwar. Siva Mohapatra. Rohan Kacharia. Divyanshu Patnik, highest distinction. Dishant Vora. Sambhav Jain. Nabmit Bunsil, distinction. Jainam Gullah, highest distinction. Malvika Rajmahan. Niyati Mittal, distinction. Krishna Damera, highest distinction. Sanjana Ganesh. Vishnu Singh, highest distinction. Wei Zhou. Mario Christie Lusandri. Anushri Sharma. Ruth Peter.
Will the graduates of the Master of Information Systems Management, Business Intelligence, and Data Analytics please rise and come forward?
Avery Austin, highest distinction. Abigail Brown, highest distinction. Chad Penny, distinction. Grayson Osborne, distinction. Pete Previtt. John Roll, highest distinction. Abby Wilton, highest distinction. Adam Spencer Knapp, distinction. Adam James Patula, distinction. Thomas Conchola, highest distinction. Gage Callahan, highest distinction. Manav Maharana, highest distinction. Shreya Lunkad. Utkar Sharma. Tarushi Gupta. Krish Rana. Arya Kotari. Pratyaksh Verma, highest distinction. Greta Luo. Shayan Panjwani, highest distinction. Yi Rei Zhu. Deborah Chan, highest distinction. Sahitya Senthil Kumar. Shivani Krishna Kumar. Kirti Jayaram. Tejo Vinay Poti. Swati Parvataneni. Victor Awere, highest distinction. Samuel Bacon, highest distinction. Charles DeVries. Ryan King, highest distinction. Kara E, distinction. Xiao Yuan Geng. Esther Jing. Lian Zhang, highest distinction. Yue Tiansun, highest distinction. Shraddha Gupte. Shaunak Alshi. Arvind Anant Krishnan. Santosh Kumar Panirselvam. Astha Pramir Shaha, highest distinction. Sarah Long. Preeta Selva Kumar. Manasi Latkat, distinction. Nikhil Reddy Palepati. Karshni Mitra, highest distinction. Shu Yuan Yang, highest distinction. Praveen Ramesh, highest distinction. Nima Shafiqani. Elaine Jiang. Na Yuan Liu. Kyle Hong Kong Chen. Xingyu Shu. Roselle Shu. Mariana Ramirez Duque. Ian Sun. Ryan Wong. Han Ling Zhang, distinction. Zhao Ru Meng, highest distinction. Ray Fang Hu, distinction. Yi Xuan He. Zhehan Li. Senan Chen, highest distinction. Hulasi Kinsera, distinction. Ashish Sairam Pichai, highest distinction. Nikita Mishra. Sharon Roy. Piyush Mishra. Ashray Saini. Ronak Desai. Sahil Ahuja, distinction. Dwani Ravi Panjwani. Bharat Madan, distinction. Sujai Chowdhury.
Please join me in a round of applause for the Master of Information Systems Management graduates and the Master of Information Systems Management, Business Intelligence and Data Analytics graduates. Will Program Director Randy Trezak please come forward?
Will the graduates of the Masters of Science, Information Security Policy and Management please rise and come forward?
Ayush Danotia. Sagar Pandita, distinction. Prasida Sudhakar. Ana Alfaro Pizana. Xingli Cindy Kan, highest distinction. Lin Wang. Changjae Chung. Shar Alazmi. Dilgebayal Salchin. Lakshata Jain, distinction. Sarah Young Kuzniewski. Ayada Subahe, distinction. Sujit Bellam. Shubham Kishore Shastri, distinction. Morgan Douglas, highest distinction. Tyson Lindley, highest distinction. Keaton Worth, highest distinction. Andy Strzezuski, distinction. Aaron Zulata. Niklas Sommerer, highest distinction. Nathan Cross, highest distinction. Paige Coonihan, distinction. Derek Denniston. Preston Evans, distinction. Will Flanagan, distinction. Chiat Se Kwa, highest distinction. Hein An, distinction. Supriya Natur. Kevin Lin. Fernanda Molina Galindo, highest distinction. Hee Hawk Tan, highest distinction. Hidenori Kato. David Munyaka. Elizabeth Bushy, highest distinction. Sterling McTee, distinction. Rachel Harris.
Good job, Sterling.
Please join me in a round of applause for the Masters of Science, Information Security, Policy, and Management students. Will Program Director Alice Minkowski please come forward?
Will the graduates of the Master of Science in Information Technology please rise and come forward?
Samantha Xiao, highest distinction. Ramsey Slim. Michael Shuplin. Antara Saha, highest distinction. Hao Yu Wang, distinction. Nitin John Munyaran. Ryan Joseph Lazinski, highest distinction. Cesar Martin Del Campo. Nina Bangye. Abrere Kozalan. Krupa Ragaraman. Hannah Dewar. Morgan Ashley Slezak, distinction. Arthur Newman, highest distinction. Angel Cruz Binas II, highest distinction. Stephanie Yee, highest distinction. Cole Reagan Scully. Lata Gadu, highest distinction. Jayashree Pupala, highest distinction. Mercy Isaac, highest distinction. Kai Evelyn Smith Daniels.
Please join me in a round of applause for our Master of Science in Information Technology graduates. We're just doing a little stage change. Will Program Director Dan Green please come forward?
Will the graduates of the Master of Entertainment Industry Management please rise and come forward?
Scott Rosenberg, highest distinction. Hong Young-yu. Ziki Zhou, highest distinction. Mugu Lee, highest distinction. Renee Hong, highest distinction. Tatiana Bayar Rusi, distinction. Natalie Giroux, distinction. Ruhi Guhata Kurta. Angela Tway, highest distinction. Jay Tai Ta, distinction. Akanksha Sahai, distinction. Kelly Liu. Tyler Michael Petrossi. Sarah Elizabeth Hill. Satya Ditya Bonepali. Nevada Nicoletti. Julia Juju Maria Nieto. Avery Victoria Lynn Allison. Erin Kokenauer, distinction. Reese Lamping, highest distinction. Natalie Pyle, distinction. Julia Timmons, distinction.
Please join me in a round of applause for the graduates of the Master of Entertainment Industry Management. Will Program Director Jessica Bowser-Acree please come to the stage?
Will the Masters of Arts Management students please rise and come forward? Will the graduates, sorry about that, friends.
Samantha Sonnet, highest distinction. Ashley Offman, distinction. Julia Levine. Emma Volker. Lauren Miller, highest distinction. Xia Zhang. Xiaofan Zhang. Lu Yi Sun. Yuan Zheng. Yi Kun Yang, highest distinction. Jenna Rose Shore. Chelsea Arthur Suckup. Elena Sakai. Tianying Zhu, highest distinction. Ran Peng. Christine Junru Yan. Sun Zhen Liao.
Please join me in an extra loud round of applause for the Masters of Arts Management graduates. Will the director of the Master of Medical Management program, Rebecca Apple, please come forward?
Will the graduates of the Master of Medical Management program please rise and come forward?
Dr. Jan Franco. Dr. Phil Peterson. Dr. Maliha Zia Kamal. Dr. Susan Deacon. Dr. Vidya Chidambaran. Dr. Milan Awale. Dr. Katie Farah. Dr. Jason Foyle. Dr. Ina Massaro.
Please join me in a round of applause for the Master of Medical Management students. Will the Senior Director, School of Public Policy, Alexandra Lutz, please come forward?
Will the graduates of the Master of Science in Healthcare Analytics and Information Technology please rise and come forward?
Caitlin Lauren Ramondo Avenir, highest distinction. Radhika Govindarajan. Enter Zhao. Jingchen Fu, highest distinction. Mandy Liu. Huang Haoge, highest distinction. Ming Wei Gao, highest distinction. Yue Sun, distinction. Wei Yi Chai. Primpisa A. Kraikun, highest distinction. Grace Unji Kim, highest distinction. Madeline Wijaya, distinction. Coco Chen.
Please join me in a round of applause for the Master of Science in Healthcare Analytics and Information Technology students. Will the graduates of the Master of Public Management please rise and come forward?
Shui Ung, highest distinction. Sarah Eileen Linder Marks, distinction. Glennon Greer. Tina Yankovich. Linda Wren, highest distinction. Karina Martin. Joshua Rolon, distinction. Jonathan Michael Alexander, highest distinction.
Please join me in a round of applause for the Master of Public Management students. Will the graduates of the Master of Science in Public Policy and Management please rise and come forward?
Yu Ding Wang. Jia Xin Ho, highest distinction. Ye Fan Xiao. Oravi Smithafall, distinction. Melanie Diaz, highest distinction. Fatima Mizbah. Noman Ehema. Juan Puentes Castillo, distinction. Kaylee Bain. Halina Akila Rose Phillips. Catherine Stansel, highest distinction. Avery Hart, highest distinction. Christopher Frias. Jared Clayton. Danyang Wang. Xianying Chen. Huiyan Xu, highest distinction. Jinyuan Ren. Shi Xiao. Muhammad Ali. Olivia Perfetti, highest distinction. Meher Taliwal, distinction. Eviana Barnes, highest distinction. Jay Gaiman, highest distinction. Adeline Bajani, highest distinction. Ellen Panett, highest distinction. Kylie Jean Matson, highest distinction. Jared Jacob McHale, highest distinction. Cameron Khalid. Harrison Leon, highest distinction. Davis Craig, highest distinction. Brooke Rusi Arias, distinction. Bianca Castro. Xiaoyang Victoria Ma. Min Kang Lee. Huan Min Xue, highest distinction. Yi Ren. Tina Zhang. Justin Redmond, highest distinction. William Harry Otayoni Wilkinson. Tyler Ferris, highest distinction. Alec Tolmachov. Evan Cardinal, distinction. Amin Assad Esmail Zadeh.
Please join me in a round of applause for the Master of Science in Public Policy and Management students. Will the graduates of the Master of Science in Public Policy and Management, Data Analytics, please rise and come forward?
Madi Roxalik. Sajuja Gongopatiye, highest distinction. Qin Yu Zhou. Zhou Yuanxie. Samira Diaby, highest distinction. Zainab Sumahoro. Zhe Shen Huang. Yi Yu. Echo Wang. Yang Yi Shi. David Tsai, highest distinction. Megan Holquist, highest distinction. Amelia Janaski, highest distinction. Miguel Avila Fuentes, highest distinction. Monique Condon Palaniapin. Jenna Mollering, highest distinction. Marissa Yang. Xiao Yun Chen, highest distinction. Quentin Oster, highest distinction. Katerina Shapovalenko, highest distinction. Colton Lapp, highest distinction. Ryan Shen. Justin Poser. Jack Vandaloo. Apurv Singh. Abhijit Verma. Michael Rodriguez, distinction. Alice G, distinction. Yi Ling Wu. Matthew Wu. Mohammed Azhar. Niharika Patil. Pranava Shruti Kadeyala. Abdul Rahman, distinction. Talia Kesser, highest distinction. Iba Hassan. Uzma Roth. Shubham Goya. Apurva Shetty. Jia Yu Yuan, highest distinction. Yan Luo, highest distinction. Haley Han Yue. Hui Xuan Li, highest distinction.
Please join me in a round of applause for the Master of Science in Public Policy and Management Data Analytics students. Will Program Director Marie Coleman please come forward?
Last but never least, will the graduates of the Master of Science in Public Policy and Management, Washington, D.C. track, please rise and come forward?
Sydney Cullen, highest distinction. Beitel Yalu Ndawaka. Angela Luna Guerrero, distinction. Baliu Kabeda. Daniel Bissonette. Jacob McDowell, highest distinction. Bishu Giri, highest distinction. Oliver Margulis, highest distinction. Zhenzhi Hao. Marco Antonio Huerta. Donnie Joseph Jeniton Jr., highest distinction. Mayim Hoke.
Please join me in a round of applause for the Master of Science in Public Policy and Management, Washington, D.C. track graduates.
It wasn't that exciting. It's always super energizing, isn't it? Round of applause to everybody. So as we say goodbye to our graduates today, we also bid farewell to two long-standing members of the Heinz College community. Rick Stafford. Rick Stafford was a mentor of mine, is a mentor of mine. Rick Stafford's time at Carnegie Mellon began more than 50 years ago when he earned his bachelor's and master's degrees here. He has a bachelor's in math and then was a part of the first graduating class of the Heinz College in 1972. After a distinguished career in public service, he rejoined the college in 2006 as a distinguished service professor of public policy. For 18 years, he taught and researched at the intersection of elective politics and policy, and addressing a whole number of challenges at both developing viable policy initiatives as well as getting the votes to turn them into reality. Rick was instrumental in launching and making successful what's now called the collection of 21 institutes. I mean, it began with CMU's Traffic 21 Institute, and then moved on to become the Metro 21 Smart Cities Institute, and now we have a whole collection of institutes that are funded by the Department of Transportation. It all began with Rick. Rick retired in January, and we wish him a wonderful retirement and the very best of everything. So please join me in a round of applause. So I came to Heinz in 1988, so I'm sort of a bit of an old timer. I've been here for a while, but Margie Farinelli has me beat by about 17 years. So she joined the Heinz College in 1971, meaning her tenure has spanned every dean we've had and all 4 names of the school. So we started as a School of Urban and Public Affairs, and then we became the Heinz School of Public Policy and Management, and now, the Heinz College of Information Systems and Public Policy with the 2 schools within it. She's seen it all. She first worked in an administrative role before moving into the office of the Associate Dean, and later becoming the Associate Director for Academic Services. She has impacted nearly every student who has matriculated through Heinz College, and worked with every faculty member. She would always write me a note about when my grades were due, so I remember her well. So, like Rick, she retired in January, and we thank her for decades of service and wish her the very best in her retirement. So please join me. Thank you, Margie and Rick. So now it's my pleasure to introduce this year's recipient of the Matsya Wade Teaching Award, Zhao Tu. Please join me. This is called organic applause, not sponsored search. All right, so Zhao teaches classes on database management, data mining, and statistics at both the undergraduate and graduate levels, and serves as a faculty advisor for the undergraduate information systems student consulting project course. As many of you know, the undergraduate program is joint between the Heinz College and the Dietrich College. His research focuses on the economics of information systems, disruptive technologies in entertainment industries, and digital piracy. Zhao received a PhD in information systems and management, advised by none other than our Professor Mike Smith, who's on stage here, and the Masters of Information Systems and Management prior to his PhD, both here at Heinz and at CMU. He's also earned a Bachelor of Engineering in Computer Engineering from Nanyang Technological University in Singapore. His students say he's been the most thorough professor I've ever had in my time at Heinz, and that his teaching methods have reflected insight, which in turn demonstrate to us that our voices are considered. I'm thrilled to present him with this year's Matsya Wade Teaching Award. Congratulations. So we have a tradition that the winner of the teaching award imparts some final words of wisdom and inspiration to the graduates. Zhao, take it away.
Thank you so much, Dean Krishna. First of all, congratulations, everyone. What a wonderful day. I'm so honored to be part of it, well, by being the last item on this 3-hour agenda. I promise that for once, I'll end the class on time. You know, to be honest, this is probably the most nerve-wracking moment of my life, you know, speaking in front of so many of you in this gigantic arena, and to make it worse, or better, I don't know, with my dear mom and dad staring right at me from over there. As Dean Krishna mentioned just now, yeah, that's my dad. I got both my master's and PhD degrees from Heinz, but guess what? My mom and dad never made it to either one of those two commencements. Not that they didn't want to, it was actually all my fault. You know, exactly 10 years ago, in the summer of 2014, they came to the US with a plan to attend the commencement for a master's degree. And we also plan to, you know, have some fun. We plan to go on a cruise trip to Alaska together. But that particular cruise trip that we were looking for happened to depart on the exact same day as my commencement. What a nice choice. You know, having already accepted Heinz's PhD program offer at that time, I somehow convinced them to skip the commencement for the cruise trip because, well, they could always attend the next commencement when I got my PhD. So 5 years went by. I had to defer my PhD graduation to spend more time working on my thesis. Because of Mike? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He's great. So again, I told them to hold it off and come next year for the commencement. And guess what? The next year, is 2020. CMU had to cancel in-person commencement for 2 years, and they never had the chance to celebrate my PhD graduation in person. That was probably the biggest regret in my Heinz days as a student, and I hope you will never have to experience regrets like that. And the best way to avoid regret is to seize the moment whenever you can, in work and in life. Don't wait for next time, because no one knows if there's going to be a next time. Now, anyways, thank you. I'm very thankful that my mom and dad finally made it to this commencement. It was actually unplanned, but I want to dedicate this award to them because despite the many disagreements we may have, they shaped me into who I am. And they're always part of whatever I may have achieved, past, present, and future. Some of us come from cultures where expressing gratitude to family is natural, and that is wonderful. But if you're like me, who comes from a culture where we don't usually express our true feelings to those who love and care about us the most, make an exception today. Tell them in your native language, thank you. 爸爸妈妈，谢谢你们。And tell them that you love them. 我爱你们。And I'll try to turn this exception into a norm. It'll be hard though. And I hope you will do that too. Now, last but not least, I want to express my sincere gratitude to another amazing group, our incredible teaching assistants. You know, teaching, as agreed by all of the faculties sitting here, I believe, is never a one-person job. It's all about teamwork. For me, it's all about collaborations with my fantastic teaching assistants, some of whom are also graduating today. We have Samira Diaby, Sajuja Gangopati, Mingwei Gao, Apurva Shetty, and Annie Xie. I want to thank them, and I want to thank every one of you who have served as teaching assistants for taking time out of your own busy and stressful schedule to help your fellow students ease their stress, not only by just helping them with coursework, but more importantly, by patting them on the shoulder and showing them through action, you'll never walk alone. Now, whatever your future endeavors might be, I hope that all of you continue to support one another and always remember that you will never walk alone. Thanks, everyone, and all the best.
Thank you, Xiaowing. I'm going to call an audible and have Mike come up here and Andy Wasser. We're going to reenact the MISM and the PhD commencement for Mr. and Mrs. Tu. Come on up, Andy. So, Mr. and Mrs. Tu, so first of all, we're going to confer the Masters of Information Systems Management, the one that you missed when you went on the cruise. It's all right. So Xiaowing, Andy, you might want to congratulate him at this point. So congratulations on the Masters. So that was the mini reenactment of the Masters, and now the PhD. So Mike was his PhD. There you go. Thank you again, Mr. and Mrs. Tu, for being here. We greatly appreciate it. And I know I I speak on behalf of all of the students here who have their loved ones and their families here. We greatly appreciate your being here and joining us as part of this community to celebrate this wonderful event. So students, join me in congratulating everybody. All right, so we are at the end of our program, and though we are sad to see you go, I know, as I've said before, we just can't wait to see how you bring the experiences you've had here at Heinz, and with your own creativity and work ethic, apply yourselves to, in your chosen fields, to have the impact I know that you're going to have. This day, coming together and celebrating your achievements, this is why we do what we do. You know, it's called commencement for a reason. From here on, you know, important work commences. As you look ahead and move into the next phase of your lives, I want to reiterate that you will forever be part of the Heinz College community. We sincerely hope you will stay connected with us, and we wish you the very best in all that you do. Congratulations and bon voyage.